come out in the second half and play well, and they did. And that's really good to see. Obviously, when you shoot the ball, make 11 threes, the game, is easier for you. You get to set your defense. You're scoring. The crowd's energized. But, we played really well today.
The way you shot it, the way the offense was, it just kind of leave you kind of shaking your head a little bit, like with our struggles this year, why can't we kind of approach similar?
It's, a little bit. I mean, some of it's basketball. And, Jordan Roper wasn't playing well the first 2 months of the season, and that's probably all of our fault. It's not just Jordan's. And, he's played much better in the last month, and it's really energized our team. And when he jumps up and makes shots and had some really good passes today, it takes a lot of pressure off other people. And, we were able to have good balance. I thought Landry played really well in the first half. He had, I think, eight points in the first half. Gave us a great mix. Jaron was very solid. He made 2 threes, which is, a lot of times he'll make one or whatever. But and then our defense was really good. Our defense was outstanding against a three-point shooting team. We covered shooters. I think we got 88% of our defensive rebounds in the first half. Because we're making shots, we were able to have our transition defense set because they had to take the ball out. So it all goes together, and that's the reason why you play this well.
35-point lead in an ACC game. What did that feel like to you?
Yeah, I haven't had that. That was an interesting feeling. But that's just, it's the part of it. There's still a lot of time left, and give Virginia Tech, give Buzz and his kids a lot of credit. They kept competing, and he won't let those guys give in, and they don't. They just keep playing, and they played better at the end when they started making shots. And but it was good for us to have a day like this. You need a day like this where you make shots, and it's just good for your confidence. And we'll hope that it continues when we play Monday. Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of these. It's our third one, I think. It's hard. I mean, it's hard. You don't have a practice day. We can't guard the Georgia Tech offensive stuff like we would if we had 2 or 3 days to practice, and so you walk through it a little bit, but it's not the same. You can't practice different things that you want to do offensively to make adjustments sometimes, and so there's a lot of mental practice, but it's good coming off a win where we played well. Hopefully that keeps us energized. But Georgia Tech's a completely different team. They're not as dangerous a three-point shooting team, but they're much more physical. They're much more like we are. They play physical, they rebound, they defend. Marcus Georges-Hunt's a very good player. They got big, strong guys around the rim. Like, our games with those guys are usually low scoring, and just it's hard. Well, we've been, by this time of the year, you've done everything. I mean, you've played with a big lead. You've played from 25 down. You've played in games that are where we, like Wake, where we were down basically the whole game and just had to keep fighting. You've played 25 games. You've probably been in a lot of different scenarios. So, we've been in this scenario a couple times. The Boston College game was very similar, where we had a big lead. 32 minutes you got to play with a 15-point lead, and it just changes things a little bit. But it certainly is a great start.